Hey, nice.
So you got a chance to see me kick today a little bit, and gotten to know you for over the last few years. And um, I guess I just want to get your take on. I got your take when we had the lesson 3 years ago, and got your opinion assessment. What do you see now after a few years of being able to practice? What do you see out of me as a kicker? I guess.
Okay. I mean, you're a lot more fluid to the ball. You hit the ball a lot more consistently. Um, your demeanor is a lot better as a kicker. Like, I find you more trustworthy as a kicker. That if I was a coach, I would be more likely to put you in a game to kick versus sit you out and go for it in fourth down.
Right.
I think some of the fundamentally look smoother. Contact is better. On basically you look more like a kicker. I think before you looked like an athlete that kicks. Now you look like a kicker when you kick. On the downside, the power hasn't really improved much, and I think that has something to do with just pretty much age. You just don't gain a lot of power between 30 and 35. Most guys, every guy basically just starts slowly declining depending on their genetics, how much they work out.
Right.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier. Say, just to put things in perspective, I don't think people realize how hard it is. They see people on TV missing short field goals or long ones, whatever, but that's what they remember. How hard is it? Can you kind of say in words how hard it is to make it at the highest level in the NFL?
To make it in the NFL as a kicker,
How competitive, and how are there like numbers you can look at?
Oh, there are definitely numbers.
Kind of put it in perspective.
Well, I know people think anybody who can plays a lot of soccer can probably convert to kicking. It's really not the case. People haven't done that since '80s, so maybe that was the case back in the day. But now everybody's fundamentally sound. You can't do that. I've actually seen Manchester United, which is again one of the top soccer players in the world. Seeing those guys try to kick, seeing like Rooney try to kick, and he's got a bomb, but they can't kick the ball straight to save their lives, regardless of their continued soccer background, and pound the ball. And when it comes to basically guys making it out of college, we're looking at out of each college class, every college in the country, every senior that's coming out, there's usually less than 2 that make it out of every class. Less than 2 on average. So college class of 2010, there's 0. Not a single guy graduated in 2010 is kicking the NFL right now. So those are some pretty slim odds. And people think 60-yard field goal, it's it's a big deal. I can hit it. I just gotta get in front of some coaches. But really, out of class of 2010, the class that nobody made it, the class that just got out of college, there will be easily 50-plus kickers in the country that can hit 60-yard field goals that are 22 top of their shape, who just finished the college. So sometimes I get emails or calls from guys in their late 20s. Played soccer my whole life. I can hit a 60-yard field goal. How do I get in front of a coach? Well, I'm always torn whether to just say keep trying, or whether to just say I'm sorry, 0% chance of you making it. They just don't want to see from you. And unfortunately, most times guys are just skill level is not really there, even though they may think it is. They just don't see enough good guys to compare themselves.
It's because they don't have that background playing football, kicking.
They don't have, yeah.
Even if they can make a 60-yarder, it's just they don't have that background as a kicker.
No, it's basically there's, you're trying to apply for a position. There's only 32 in the world. It's like applying to be a CEO of a company without having any experience in business or with that company, basically, or trying to be a partner in a law firm without going to law school. I know you may be good at what you do, but you just gotta put in the time, basically.
When I first came to you a few years ago and contacted you about a lesson, and I don't know if you can remember what you were thinking. When I first met you, did you think I'd stick with it as long as I have? Or, I know you get a lot of calls about, people sort of like me saying, hey, I think I can kick. And I guess I'm just curious what you were really thinking when I gave you a call.
in all honesty,
You can be honest.
I was pretty aware that your odds of making it to the NFL would be 0. And then but depending on what your personal goals were, whether it was making an Arena 2 team or just self-fulfillment, you just never know. I guess you were asking the right questions, so I always feel better about athletes when they focus on the right things. Not how do I get in front of an NFL coach, but how do I become a better kicker? That'd be like the example of a correct versus incorrect questioning. So always, you started off on a good foot with me, because I think your focus was in the right place. But I didn't think you would stick with it for this long, to be honest. I think Greg. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thanks.
All right. No problem, Derek. Appreciate it.
But, appreciate
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Yeah, no problem.
If you have time to get.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep doing this and thinking, why am I doing this? And the whole goal to start with was just to see how good I could get. And, it was something, I don't know, I didn't know. So it's like,
Okay.
I like doing it. It's kind of fun to get better. But I think I'm just still trying to, get, to the point where I feel like I look like a kicker.
Yeah.
Not someone who's trying to kick, and
That's-
whatever's in it for me, I don't know. Maybe I can nothing.
No, it's a good point. I think it's a pretty good. Actually, it's a very good goal that is hard to, I guess, define clearly. Just to look like a kicker.
Right.
I think it's kind of look like you belong. It's kind of a big. If you can fool a kicker, thinking that you're a kicker, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So, a parent, I'll just call that like a halfway goal.
Right.
If you can fool like a high school or a college kicker and think you're a kicker, then you're getting somewhere, I guess. So that's, I guess it's kind of like a process goal if you think about it, because it's not really anything about how far you can kick.
Right.
Or it's a little bit about it, but it's mostly, it's really easy for anybody who knows even a little bit about kicking to tell who's a kicker or is not within the first
Right.
2 kicks maybe at most.
And I feel like I can, watch people kick and tell, I guess kicker.
Yeah.
And even watch myself, like some of the video I watch, I'm like, yeah, that looks like a kicker. And then the next video I watch myself, I'm like, that looks terrible. It looks,
Yeah.
in my life. So.
It's got to get a high percentage of good days versus bad.
Right. Did you ever watch that Gable video I sent you? He says something
You know
about
what?
that.
I think.
It's all right.
I would say
I'm not offended if you did.
No, I actually tried to, and I think the format or something didn't happen right away, and I got distracted and I didn't after that. But I did throw it in because I did want to hear his what he had to say.
Yeah, he said something good. Pretty much what you just said. He said, "There's got to come a point where your good days are outnumbered your bad days. You walk
Okay.
away from a practice or whatever, and you're having more good days than bad. And if you can't get to that point, then you really got to ask yourself, what am I doing, or do I keep doing this?" So I thought that was,
It's pretty good.
just realistic. If you're having 80% bad days and more than good, then
That's actually it's a pretty good way to put it. I like that.
yeah.
I might copy that, to be
There you
honest.
go. He said a lot of good things. Like I said,
Hey, nice. That looks smooth.
did it?
Yeah. Look flowy. I like it.
Didn't take off like that though.
Nice.
Flow.
Nothing you can do about that.
Yeah.
It's the age. Well, Dawson doesn't kick like that anymore either.